Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we are here in the heart of Brooklyn, Coney Island, New York, at the Brooklyn Half. Here they come one by one and two by two. 25,000 runners, 10,000 spectators, and it all culminates here on the Coney Island Boardwalk.
Run your meatballs off. Give it your blood, sweat, and tears. Outrun the subway. On the Run is hitting the streets for Brooklyn's biggest run, the Brooklyn Half. Running Brooklyn before it was cool.
Welcome to the 2013 Brooklyn Half. After 33 years, this race is bigger and better than ever. 25,000 runners have come to take the 13.1-mile journey from Grand Army Plaza through Prospect Park to this unforgettable finish on the Coney Island Boardwalk. But this race is more than just a Saturday morning run through the park. It all started on Wednesday with the 3-day Brooklyn Half pre-party presented by New Balance in the shadow of the Brooklyn Bridge. The Brooklyn Half pre-party presented by New Balance was a 3-day festival of food, music, and beer. It all went down at the Old Tobacco Warehouse in Dumbo in the shadow of the Brooklyn Bridge. We're here with JF and Kyle from the Running Innovation Group at New Balance. So you guys are here to get some inspiration for a new running shoe.
Every year we do a shoe focused on New York, and this year we're really taking a lot of inspiration from Brooklyn.
Food, art museums, we'll go to anything that we can use for inspiration.
Even something as simple as a bridge can be a huge inspiration. You can be really literal with it and just use like silhouettes of the bridge, or you can be really subtle. Like there's so many little details on this bridge that you could work into different textures or screen prints. We're going to check out the course today, and we're going to look for things along the route that could be potential inspiration for sure.
I also caught up with some partiers, including Olympian Kim Smith. Now, as a professional runner, when you come to pick up your bib, do you still always have to pick up your bib yourself, or does someone else do it for you?
Usually I don't pick up my bib myself, but for this race it's a little bit more low-key.
Have you had a chance to have any of the food or local Brooklyn drinks?
I had some cookies from one of the girls that was baking them there, so yeah.
It's okay to have cookies before a race?
Of course, yeah.
Now, you're doing the race more as a training run, is that right?
Yeah, just going to treat it as a workout, hopefully. I don't know who else is running, but yeah, hope to not going all out this time, and I'm coming back in a few weeks to run the New York Roadrunners mini marathon.
Any chance you're going to eat a hot dog at the finish?
I might do, I don't know.
How was the pre-party?
It's awesome. It's fun. I didn't know they did stuff like this.
This is the spirit. This is the soul of Brooklyn.
I'm hanging here with Arthur. Arthur, you're running the race.
It's my 9th half in 10 weeks, and I have 16 more to go, so
Wow.
segue.
What are you running all those halves for?
To do 50 half marathons before my 40th birthday, and I got September 16th, so.
Have you had any of the food or any of the beer yet?
No, I don't drink. Not till September.
What are you looking forward to in the race?
Beating my time that I have set so far.
Do you live in Brooklyn?
I live in Greenpoint.
I live in Bed-Stuy.
I used to live on Ocean Avenue, so mile 4 and 7 are both past my old building.
The pre-party showcased a full flavor of food, from homemade pickles to food trucks. Brooklyn bands played everything from rock to jazz and fusion to funk for partiers in the grotto. The band Napoleon here with me is about to light it up in the beer garden. How would you describe your music?
Oh, rock and roll, I suppose.
We had a blast at the pre-party, but it was all just a prelude to what the runners have been training for, the beginning of their 13.1-mile journey. It's a beautiful morning here in Prospect Park. The sun is shining on the Brooklyn Museum behind me, and 25,000 runners are making their way to the start of the 2013 Brooklyn Half. Let's catch up with a few of them. There may not be many professional runners competing in the Brooklyn Half, but there are certainly professional athletes. I'm standing with the number 19 competitive eater in the world, Yasser Salem. Yasser, how are you feeling this morning?
I'm well rested. I had a nice little breakfast this morning, My legs feel great. I'm ready.
And what are you most looking forward to in the race?
I'm looking forward to a hot dog at the end.
Well, have a great race out there.
Thank you.
Now stay tuned. Later in the show, we're going to catch up with Yasser in Coney Island to find out what it takes to be one of the world's best hot dog eaters. How many of you are going to be out there on the course today?
There's actually almost 200 North Brooklyn runners running this. Very exciting.
And you guys are all from North Brooklyn. Tell me about the neighborhoods you live in.
We are. We're comprised of runners from Bushwick, Greenpoint, Williamsburg, a little bit south to just, that whole neighborhood.
All right, well, we're looking forward to seeing you guys out on the course cheering. I know every time I run a race, I see tons of North Brooklyn runner bibs out there. So have a great race.
Thanks so much.
And we'll be getting to know and learning more about the North Brooklyn runners later in the show. Brooklynite Jessie Zapotechny. Jessie, are you excited for the race this morning?
I'm really excited. It's really exciting to be here on home turf. I run with a team called Black Roses NYC, so I'm excited to be out here with the team and hopefully do a personal best.
And do you think there's going to be a lot of Brooklyn spirit out there on the course today?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think this is a huge day for Brooklyn.
Brooklyn is a borough that's full of history, and who better to tell us all about it than Keith Williams, the writer of the Brooklyn-based blog, The Weekly Knave. He's going to take us on a running tour of Brooklyn.
Yeah, just fascinated by the historical aspects of a lot of these places. The free party that's being held right here is in the shell of what was known as the Tobacco Inspection Warehouse, which at its peak had 90% of New York City's tobacco going through it. Normally it's just a shell. Today it's an awesome party with lots of runners getting excited for Saturday.
Well, we have a lot more to see, and I know you have a lot more to show me. So let's go on the run.
Let's do it. Yeah, so we're at the Brooklyn Navy Yard, which at the height of World War II had about 70,000 employees. This is what's known as Quarters A, or the Commandant's House. It was the house of many of the overseers of the yard.
So some lucky Brooklynite owns this property now. Where are we off to next?
We're going to go around the Navy Yard and see another part of it.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
Tell me about this tower.
So this is the Prison Ship Martyrs Monument. This commemorates the people who were held captive in prison ships in Walbaut Bay, which is in the East River, during the Revolutionary War. And over 11,000 people died in those ships.
Wow.
And they were thrown overboard and buried, and after 10 or 20 years, bones started popping up, and they realized how great the extent of the atrocity was.
All right, so what's next?
So as you know, Brooklyn has a lot of history. So we're about to go from 1776 to 1996. That's Commandante Biggie. That's the Biggie Smalls, the Brooklyn Love Building, which is an ode to Biggie. And on the other side says, "Spread love, it's the Brooklyn way," which is one of his most famous lyrics, and it is the Brooklyn way.
Can you give me some Biggie?
It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Salt and pepper and heavy tea up in the limousine.
Is that all right?
Amazing.
All right.
Pretty good. High five. All right, so we made it to Grand Army Plaza. The Brooklyn half is starting just down the road at the Brooklyn Museum. So tell us about the spot.
And this is the Soldiers and Sailors Memorial Arch, which commemorates the Union soldiers in the Civil War. And there's a nice bust of Abraham Lincoln and a bust of Ulysses S. Grant.
Well, we ran almost 4 miles today from Dumbo to Prospect Park, but I can't let you go without asking you your favorite place to run in Brooklyn.
Sunset Park.
Well, have a great race on Saturday.
Thanks. I'm looking forward to it.
So Keith, earlier this week you took me on a running tour of Brooklyn, and we finished just down the road at Grand Army Plaza. Here we are in front of the Brooklyn Museum. We've got all the runners coming in behind us. How excited are you for the race?
I'm so excited. I couldn't ask for a better day. The weather is absolutely perfect, and everyone's excited. I'm feeling great. I can't wait to run down to Coney Island.
You're wearing a PPTC singlet. Tell me about it.
So this is the Prospect Park Track Club. We're Brooklyn's oldest running club. We're from 1970. We were founded by Harry Murphy, one of the founding guys of New York Roadrunners as well. We're about 700 strong, and we have a great running community here in Brooklyn.
We're racing hard, racing with resolve, racing to rebuild. Like, follow, give. Have a great race on 3. 1, 2, 3, go team! Woo!
Runners are all lined up, ready to race the 2013 Brooklyn Half. So stick around. We'll be back with the start after the break.
Run for the rush. Run to be strong. Run out of excuses. Run because staying still is lethal. Run to beat the odds. Run to sweat away your sins. Run so bullies can never catch you. Run with your team. Run with your thoughts. Run your troubles the hell out of town. Run like Forrest. Run like a child. Run with your child. Run till you hit a wall, then fly over it. Run for your body. Run for your mind. Run to make your heart pound like you're in love. Run a mile. Run forever. Run to turn I can't into I did. Run for life.
Join us for training and races from 1 mile to 5K to 13.1. See what running can do for you. Learn more today. nyrr.org.
Welcome to the 2013 Brooklyn Half, Brooklyn's greatest run from Prospect Park to Coney Island. 25,000 runners are about to make the journey.
A cool and cloudy 59-degree day made for ideal running conditions for this year's Brooklyn Half. Runners started on Washington Avenue beside the world-famous Brooklyn Museum, home to 1.5 million works from Egyptian antiquity to modern populist art. Then they made their way to Grand Army Plaza, New York City's Arc de Triomphe, where they circled the iconic monuments dedicated to Union soldiers and sailors of the Civil War. After 3 miles on the streets of Brooklyn, runners entered Prospect Park, the crown jewel of Brooklyn's park system. After one full loop on the park's rolling hills, runners headed to Ocean Parkway, just past mile 7. From there, it was a flat 6-mile straightaway to their final destination, Coney Island. With the historic Cyclone roller coaster on their left at Surf Avenue, runners made a final turn toward that amazing oceanfront finish on the Coney Island Boardwalk. Thousands of spectators lined the course with club runners cheering on their teammates, families rooting for loved ones, and locals shouting themselves hoarse for total strangers. 13 lively entertainment zones kept runners moving, including bands, DJs, and New York City's own pep squad, Cheer New York. Volunteers manned water stations, handed out medals, and cheered on runners as they made their way 13.1 miles to the finish. Tesfaye Girma from New York City's West Side Runners took the men's title in 1:06:03, while 3-time Olympian Kim Smith of New Zealand ran away with the women's win in 1:11:24, smashing the 27-year-old course record by nearly 2 minutes. More than 21,000 runners finished the race, making it the largest Brooklyn Half in the event's 33-year history.
North Brooklyn Runners is a community-based running group based in North Brooklyn. We include runners from Bushwick, Greenpoint, Williamsburg, and even South Brooklyn.
The team started 4 years ago by Asia Marsh. All you really need to do is show up to runs and participate in races.
Throughout the year, we put on a ton of different events that runners can come to. Everything from an annual gala that happens at the Warsaw in Greenpoint every year that celebrates, all of our year-long accomplishments. No matter how busy your schedule is, you can find a run that works for you. We have everything from, Monday night at 9 p.m. runs to just a short jaunt over the bridge on Saturday mornings.
Thursday night after our speed work, we drink at the Turkey's Nest.
I started out saying, talking to my other friends, my running friends, I'm doing this with my running friends, and then all of a sudden I realized I was referring to them just as my friends. We enjoy doing a lot of the same things outside of running as we do within running, and just being able to combine that in my life has been such a joy, and I'm grateful for all the people that I've met through the team.
Up next, we'll spend some time with a man who may run like a Joe, but eats like a pro. Stick around.
Run with the team instead of a gang.
Run so fast food can't catch you.
Run to accelerate in the classroom. Run to turn dead ends into open roads.
Run to be a success story.
Not a statistic.
New York Roadrunners free running programs move kids forward and help foster healthy communities. To donate or learn more, visit nyrr.org or call toll-free 855-NYRR-RUN.
Welcome back to the 2013 Brooklyn Half. We're on the famous Coney Island Boardwalk where 25,000 runners finished their journey through the streets of Brooklyn. We had a chance to catch up with a few of them. I'm with the Brooklyn Half first place finisher for the women, Kim Smith. Kim, how was your run today?
It was good. It was a pretty relaxed effort. I didn't go all out, but it was really fun out there, and it's a really cool finish, and yeah, it was a good day.
Now you've got your blog, The Weekly Nave. Do you think you're going to blog about running the Brooklyn Half and running through all those neighborhoods?
Oh yeah, and I'll stop and visit them a little more deeply at some point, all of them.
North Brooklyn runners, how are they doing?
Oh, it was such a pump up to go by our water station at mile 12. I was feeling like I didn't even know if I could go on, and then I went past, and that really gave me a second wind. And it's amazing. All right, now that you're done with the race, what are you gonna do? Train harder next year? Yeah. Are you gonna go to a party, have some food, anything like that? So after this, we're having a beach party. We need to round up all of our North Brooklyn runner teammates, and we're gonna head over to the Wonder Wheel and get some refreshments and celebrate.
I'm Yasser Salem. I'm a competitive eater, ranked number 19th in the world, and I love to run. Back in 2008, I was watching the July 4th Nathan's contest, and I thought, wow, I would love to do that. This is our first marathon that we did back in 2010.
So how many marathons total have you done now?
I've done 4.
How does training for a race and being a competitive eater, how does it all work together?
What I do is I just make sure that I get the right nutrition every day, the right amount, the conditioning that I need in the morning with the vegetables and just drinking enough fluids. And then during the weekend, just know that I have that cheat meal that I could use for a competitive eating contest.
Do you think being a runner makes you a better competitive eater?
Oh, absolutely. There's a theory called the fat belt theory where the less fat that you have in your abdomen, you will have more room for your stomach to expand. So I've definitely seen that in action.
You're running the ING New York City Marathon this fall. And what's next for you after that?
3 half Ironmans throughout the US, an Ironman in August, and the New York City Marathon in November.
What would it mean to you if you won the Nathan's hot dog eating contest on July 4th?
I'd just retire.
So when you're going into a hot dog eating contest or any type of other food discipline, how do you prepare for something like that?
I just eat a very large breakfast every day. So here is a pound of broccoli. Here's another 3 pounds of spinach.
So this is all going right in here in one morning.
Yeah.
Coney Island
was hit pretty hard by Hurricane Sandy. There's been a lot of effort put into helping this area recover. Why do you think it's so important for New York to hold on to Coney Island?
Coney Island has a very long history. It means a lot to everybody. This place needs to stay forever and ever. I mean, this is a wonderful place.
So what got you into competitive eating?
Wanting to excel at something that was very different than what most people even think about doing. You get to eat hot dogs and be on TV.
So is it particularly meaningful to you to be running a race that finishes right here in front of Nathan's on the boardwalk?
After I'm done with the Brooklyn half race, I'm gonna jump right into here and have myself a hot dog to celebrate. And then afterwards, I gotta bike for a couple hours and swim for 30 minutes because that's just my training schedule.
All right, well, you said that all you were thinking about was a hot dog. What if I told you maybe we had a surprise for you?
Yes!
We have 13.1 Nathan's Famous hot dogs for you.
I could eat all these right now. Cheers.
Got hot dogs. There's something for everybody here on Coney Island. So stick around, and after the break, we'll catch up with the after party on the boardwalk.
Run for the rush. Run to be strong. Run to beat the odds. Run to sweat away your sins. Run so bullies can never catch you. Run with your team. Run with your thoughts. Run your troubles the hell out of town. Run like Forrest. Run like a child. Run with your child. Run till you hit a wall, then fly over it. Run for your body. Run for your mind. Run to make your heart pound like you're in love. Run a mile. Run forever. Run to turn I can't into I did. Run for life.
Join us, a community of passionate runners who come together for the challenge and the camaraderie. Sign up for a race today. nyrr.org.
Welcome back to the 2013 Brooklyn Half. We're on the Coney Island Boardwalk where the race is coming to a finish, but the party's just getting started.
While the boardwalk is hopping, it's taken a lot of work to get here. It's been a long road to recovery for Coney Island in the wake of Hurricane Sandy, but neighborhood businesses have been looking forward to the fresh start and the thousands of runners the Brooklyn Half brings.
Well, you know, Nathan's has been here since 1916. We go back to the beginning when people used to come here just to walk around and have a nice day at the beach.
Now, Hurricane Sandy came through and devastated much of Coney Island. How was Nathan's affected?
Well, 6 feet of water came shooting down Stillwell Avenue like a tsunami. And it went right into the restaurant and flooded our basement. But we're past that now. We've demoed the whole entire first floor, and now we're ready, just about ready to open up for Memorial Day.
So it'll be a whole new Nathan's by the time the July 4th famous hot dog eating contest rolls
Absolutely,
around.
absolutely. We're gonna be totally ready, but we'll be newer and better.
Ruby's has been here since 1934, so that makes it 79 years old. We're the oldest continually running bar and restaurant on the boardwalk in Coney Island.
And you have a little bit of the boardwalk here in the bar.
We have quite a bit of boardwalk in the bar. We have roughly about 10,000 square feet of the old boardwalk in this bar here.
What is race day like here at Ruby's?
Race day is like a race to Ruby's. It's like they're running from Prospect Park to get to Ruby's.
Last year we opened the weekend after the race, so while we were setting up the store, we were so jealous to see everyone just enjoying themselves, etc. But this year we're just really excited. It helps boost morale for the employees, etc. It's a lot of fun to just have a lot of people with their bibs on. I know last year they were holding hot dogs. This year they can at least get flip-flops maybe, I don't know, because their feet are gonna hurt.
The Wonder Wheel is turning 93. It was built in 1920, started built in 1918, and it would open Memorial Day, so it's going to be 93 years old. I don't know many things in New York that are that old. It took 6 months of hard work, the whole family, all the people who have worked with us for years, basically working 18-hour days just so we can meet our goal of opening this summer. But, you know, we did it.
It's our hope that everyone who crosses the finish line has 2 extra ounces of energy left in them to crawl onto the cyclone, and if anything, that'll put a wonderful breath of fresh air in the lungs, clear the mind, and enjoy all of Coney Island.
It's been an awesome day here in Brooklyn, but while the Brooklyn Half is coming to a close, there are plenty of other great events throughout the year.
You have until Friday, May 24th at 11:59 Eastern to apply to the 2013 ING New York City Marathon. The Oakley New York Mini 10K celebrates women's running and fitness in Central Park. Register now to be a part of the world's original women's-only road race. Bring the whole family to the New York Giants Run of Champions 5K, presented by Walgreens and Dwayne Reed, and rush full speed into the end zone in MetLife Stadium without getting tackled. On Saturday, July 13th, join Major League Baseball and NYRR in Brooklyn's Prospect Park for the All-Star 5K and Fun Run, benefiting Sandy Relief, presented by Nike. Staten Island Day, featuring the Staten Island Half, is dedicated to making a positive impact on the communities of Staten Island and providing support for ongoing recovery efforts. All net proceeds from the race will benefit Staten Island Sandy recovery programs.
Thank you for joining us at the 2013 Brooklyn Half. From the Coney Island Boardwalk in Brooklyn, New York, I'm Carla Bruning, and we'll see you on the run.